everyone. How are y'all doing tonight? I hope you're doing well. Are y'all ready to do this? Because I am ready. I'm excited. These are my favorite colors. I'm not the hugest pink fan, but I do like pink. It's just not my favorite color. So we're going to be doing this tonight. I thought I had it muted. Clearly I did not. Okay. So if you got this kit, I hope you got my email because we accidentally sent out the wrong instructions. So hopefully y'all got that email. Alright, so this has this 21-inch mesh and it has this 10-inch mesh. So I cut all the 10-inch mesh at 20 inches. We're just going to cut this last one. Okay. Alrighty. There we go. Alright. Let me get this off. It just fell down against my table. But it's all good. Okay. Just want to make sure there was no staples in there. Yeah, I did. I did have really dark hair. I had to change it because my hair started turning white. I didn't really want white hair, so I went blonde. Yep. In case you're wondering why my hair's been through many changes. Okay. I got tired of dyeing it. So this comes with a purple frame. It's supposed to be a 15-inch. Is this a 15-inch? Well, it's 16. Interesting. Alright. So this is the sign. We have a 21-inch mesh, and we're going to do poofs with that. And here's the ribbons. So we have turquoise, purple, pink and green, and a turquoise with the white. So all the colors that are in the sign. Alrighty. We don't need that anymore. Let's get our zip ties out. So how are y'all doing tonight? I like the blonde because I don't have to keep dyeing it. It hides the white a lot better, y'all. Okay. So, I'm just going to pull the top ones inwards so it doesn't get in my way. And I'm going to open the bottom ones like this. So, have y'all had a good weekend? We've had a good weekend. It's been very oddly stormy the last couple days. It's like fine, and then all of a sudden, it'll like start pouring down rain. You okay, little girl? Alright. So, let's see. Move it over. Sorry. I hit my finger just a little bit too much. And it took off. Okay. I'm glad you're loving them. Okay, so I take the 21-inch and I scrunch up the end, just like that. Doesn't have to be neat and tidy. Yep, there's Bella. I was trying to get her in the shot, and then all of a sudden it went taking off. So she's back there. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a zip tie, and I'm going to tie it right before the tie. I'm not actually going to use the tie until we come back. Alright, so let's tie it on. There. Here we go. I'm going to trim this off because I don't really need that much. Okay, so you see how we haven't touched this tie. It's still there. Alright, so I like to keep these very rough edges tucked underneath because it's going to give you a much nicer poof. So I like to go 1, 2, 3. Okay, that is 10 inches. So if you feel better, you can measure 10 inches on your mat. You can also use the Perfect Tails, the 10-inch one. All right. I know I love this sign too. I love things to be just a little bit different. Okay. And as promised, I did get the 2 new kits listed. I still haven't printed that sign, but I did get them listed. You hear music in the background? That was a commercial. My parents are watching TV downstairs, and sometimes you can just hear the TV up here. So I think it was like an Allstate commercial. All right. So it does keep them separate, Andrew. You really need a personal page in order to have a business page. It's not going to let people see what's on your personal page, so if that's what you're worried about, don't be. It's not going to change them being able to see what's on your personal page. So, and it doesn't matter how long you've had your personal page, just go ahead and add a business page. Okay. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. So I want the poofs to be big enough so that I can see them. So you could do either 10-inch or 15-inch poofs. But this frame is slightly larger, so I'm just going to do 10-inch. Oh no. I'm sorry you're having trouble with your car. I tell you, cars are great and not great, right? Okay. Okay. So we're about back at the beginning where we started. I know I love this purple mesh too. So you see, here's where we started. There's the ties. So now, when I do this one, when I do this tie, this loop, I'm going to tie it down, and then you cannot tell where we started and where we stopped. So I'll open up the ties up top. You just do that so that you're not having to try to open it as you get to it, because that's not fun. Take another zip tie. I'm going to do the same thing, except I'm going to pull from the bottom to the top. And if you like to start on the top, you would just do this in opposite. You would just pull to the bottom. Really doesn't matter. Yep, this is just regular deco mesh. Really doesn't matter whether you go top to bottom or bottom to top. Just a personal choice. Alright, so once again, we're not going to use this tie until we come back to it. So we're just going to do our 1, 2, 3 again. Okay. And I'm making my loops big. So they do get caught on each other. So that's what you're seeing, which is fine. Yeah, y'all, we all need to say our prayers for Owl tonight. She goes to have her procedure tomorrow. And we need to distract her, because she doesn't need to be thinking about that stuff tonight. Right? I know, don't you love this mesh? of it too. Wait till we pull out the other one. It's really pretty too. Okay. So make sure you keep those ends tucked in, because that's going to really help make your poof look nicer. See how big this is getting? I will do the swag live as soon as, probably next week. This coming next week. Yep. And I did list the rail kit. And it's pretty, it's going to be very close to matching the Christmas kit that went out. Okay. Alright. So this is where we started on the top, so we'll just tie it off. Then pull it up, cut it off. You see how full this is? It's pretty full. So I just pull the ends to the back, take my other zip tie. You'll want to tie it down because you don't want it to sneak out later. Hey, Mama. Okay. There we go. All right. So we got the poof part done. You see, they're nice big fluffy poofs. And I wanted them to be big because when we start putting the other mesh in, I still want to be able to see some of this purple. So check out this mesh. This is where our other two colors are coming in. So this has, it's turquoise, and it has turquoise and pink on the edges. This is so pretty. I love this. So we're just going to lay it flat and go straight up the center and make a ruffle. You could also do the woodland ruffle with this, but I want to see the whole ruffle because I really love this. So we're just going to put it right in the tie. Right on top of the poof. That wire. You see that? Okay. So we just take it, go straight up the center. And then we just put it right on top of the purple. Like that. See, and it's going to give that pop of turquoise and pink that we need. Then we can start loading in our ribbons. So we have the turquoise and the purple. I was going to say pink. So we just fold it over, pinch in the center, and make our birdies. Just like that. Okay. Then we'll place it on and spread it out. Okay. Then we have the turquoise with the pink with a little splash of green. Owl is my moderator. She's the person who's talking with my name on it. That's who she is. She helps answer questions and stuff. You see? Alright, so we'll keep going. Yeah, I have the black and white like this too. I like it too. Alright, let me move this over a little. I'll keep bumping it. Woo, look at that dirty table. Okay. Just like this. Straight up the center. I feel like these that have this edging on it do make making the ruffles a little bit easier because there's weight on the edges. So it makes it a little bit heftier. Not quite like a jute, but a little bit closer. I'm going to put my ribbons over here. Good night, honey. Yeah, she got that name because she has a tendency to stay up late. All of my ribbons are cut. I know, don't you love this purple flag? All the ribbons are cut at 12 inches. The mesh is cut at 20. There it is. Sometimes, sometimes those ties like to hide from me. So you see how since we made the poofs a little bit bigger, you can still see them even though we're putting mesh on top? And that's what I wanted. I want to be able to see it. I think we named the pig Petunia. Although we did not name the heifers from last night. They were cute too. Okay. We don't even have fireworks.
I'm gonna get some.
Oh, you're gonna get some?
Yeah.
Okay. I got this mesh at Craig Buckman. Yep. Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. It's driving me crazy. I keep seeing my mouth. Okay. There we go. The only bad thing about these cameras is that they move so darn fast. Alright, here we go. That's my husband. He has to kiss on the puppy. That's just because I've been doing it a long time. But you can get it. There we go. Okay. I feel like you still can't see. There we go. Okay. They all carry Craig Bachman. All of them. Because they're one of the main wholesalers. So, Deco Exchange carries it. Craft Outlet carries it. Sims Pottery carries it. The Reese Shop carries it. Yep. They all carry it. Okay. Well, we're glad you're here, Mel. Okay. So we'll put our ribbon in. It does, doesn't it? You wouldn't think it would. You would think this color combination would be weird. But it's not. But you would think it would be. Yeah, I live about 3.5 hours from the Georgia Sims. I love to go there. I'm almost pretty much in between the two locations, but the one in North Carolina seems like it's harder to get to than the one in Georgia. Not sure why. Okay. Don't you love how vibrant those colors are? I love it. Whoop. Okay. Okay. And if you didn't get this kit, I do have the sign listed. So whenever the kits are gone, I always list the sign. And I'm pretty sure I'll have some ribbon sets to list. Yep, you need a retail license to shop at Sims. Okay. There we go. I hear that bonking going on downstairs. We must be getting a storm again. Okay. Yep, you apply through your state. So you want to go to your Secretary of State website. Go. Yeah, it looks like we're getting a big storm. All right. That's okay, we're inside. Yes, I want to place my ruffles so that the ruffle part is going in this direction. So the opening is at the top and the bottom. It fits much better in the poof if you do that, because there's going to be more room where you tied the poof in. Okay. See, if you tried to go this direction, it would be flopping over because there's something in the center here. That was bizarre. Yep, I know. I just saw it come through. And my phone's been so weird today. Okay. It's like I didn't get any notices for hours. Then all of a sudden, now I'm getting all these notices. Who knows with phones, right? So see, if you took it and you put it in the other direction, I'll show you. If you took it and you put it in this direction, what's going to happen is it's going to get squashed into the wreath more because it's competing with that poof. So that's why I do it in this direction. There we go. I keep forgetting I put the ribbons over here. Awesome! So you cut with a brand new blade and you didn't have frame. That's awesome. Yeah, that's a big part of it. Took me a while to figure that out when I first started. If you're having trouble getting through your mesh, like if it's not cutting, pretty quickly, then your blade is dull and you need to change it. This is a mesh roller. This is a Susie's mesh roller. Best thing ever. I used to have my mesh all down the side and it was horrible. Alright, so we got done with the bottom. So you can see all the colors coming out now. See how the light kind of catches that little sparkle? I like that. Alright, so now we're going to start on the top. Okay. So we're just going to do the same thing, straight up the center. Right there. Doesn't really matter where you start, just pick a spot. Tie it on. Let's do two. I like to do two and then do my ribbons. You haven't received it. I'll track it after this, Michelle. It may just be delayed. I'm telling you what, those shipments are just taking so much longer these days. It drives me insane. Alright, so we got them in. So you see how it's kind of bulking it up here? You can turn it and you can see it's going to bulk it up even more in this direction. So it's kind of easier to see it at the top. There we go. Okay. So now we will. So we fold our ribbons in half, we pinch them in the middle, and then we fold them over like this and make a bird. I'm going to take the big ones and I'm going to put them this direction. There's more room in that direction because that's where that's where everything is getting tied. Oh, that's awesome. I know it depends on where you live as to how quickly you get it, I guess. Listen, I have one person who still hasn't gotten their July kit. So, we're pretty sure the post office just flat out lost it. So the poofs we put on first, and then what we do is we put the ruffles on. So we go right up, make our ruffle. One ribbon is 2.5 and one is 1.5. So you see where I have my finger pinched? We're going to tie it right down where we tied that poof, right where my fingers are pinched. Just like this. So right here is where there's the most room because that's where everything was tied in. So that's why I put the larger ribbon in that direction. Hi, Charlie and Sophia. Okay. If the post office loses a package, I either send out a new one or I refund the money. can't do anything if they deliver it. But if it never gets delivered, then I can file a claim and then send you out a new one. So that's generally what I do. Yeah, the packages have insurance on them, so I just file a claim, they refund it, and then I send you a new one. Well, you wouldn't want to get a wholesale license if you're only selling to your family, because you have to pay taxes on what you sell. So, I mean, you can, but I don't know if you'd want to deal with all of that just to make it for friends and family. Okay. My business group is $19.95 a month. My design group is $14.99 a month, and if you get them together, it's $29.98 a month. And both meet twice a week. There we go. Alrighty. Yeah, well, once you put the mesh in, they're already kind of open, so the ties, I mean. There we go. That one wanted to stick out funny. Everybody starts off at the loss in the beginning. And yes, you should file your taxes. And don't count inventory unless you have a store. This is what you use to cut the mesh. It's called a rotary cutter, and it has this blade on it. That's what you want to cut your mesh with. Don't cut your mesh with scissors, because you're going to get a lot of fraying if you do. I'm so glad you've learned a lot watching me. That's what we want. I think I'm one short of this. Did I drop it? I don't think so. Okay. Or maybe I'm not. I just have one more to put in. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I just have one more to put in. Okay. The wreath therapy classes are on Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's both Sunday. And Thursday night at 9 in the Facebook group. And then, of course, we have all the stuff that we've done in the past is also in the Facebook group to watch. So you get to watch it all. even stuff we've done in the past. It's all there. Ha! Look at that. Isn't that pretty? All right. So see how well the sign stands out and how all the colors combine because the sign has all the colors in it? All right. Let's make a bow. I want to show you a little trick. So I cut just a little piece of the mesh. We're going to take this mesh. We're going to make a little ruffle because this is just the end piece of the mesh. I'm going to put this right here in the bow maker. And this is going to be at the back of our bow. I'm pretty sure I haven't shown y'all this before, have I? I don't think so. Up close. You got it. There we go. So let's do turquoise first. Alright, so we do the dovetail. We just fold it in half and we cut at an angle up towards the edge. So we'll just do like a 9-inch little tail. We don't need a big tail. Okay, we're going to twist in the center. And I'm using the Pro Bow 4-in-1. Okay. We're going to go down the center. So you see how my ribbon is just sitting sideways? Then you need to twist it. It works better in a bow maker if you twist it because it's going to get too full in here if you don't. Right there. Okay. And one more. So we're at 6 inches. Alright. And I'm going to show you why we put this on the bottom. You're going to see when we get back to the wreath. Okay. And we're going to alternate. We're going to put the pink in now. Okay, so we twist right here in the center. We're going to make 1 6-inch loop and another 6-inch loop. We don't twist on the last one, we just pull it out. Okay, then we're going to come in with the purple. This time, when we go with the purple, we're going to go a little shorter. So about 1/2 inch to 1 inch. Okay. Alright. We're going to do 2 loops of this. So this is 2 1 2 1. That means 2 loops, 1 loop, 2 loops, 1 loop. If I said 2 2 1 2, then it would be 2 loops, 2 loops, 1 loop, 2 loops. Just so you understand when I'm talking about that. All right. Okay, so we'll get our dovetail. I do go ahead and spread them apart while I'm in here. And we're going to end with the sparkle. We need to end with the sparkle. The first loops, so the 2 loops and the 1 loop was at 6 inches. And then the second 2 loops and this loop will be at 5 inches. Okay. It just helps if you shorten the ones on top, because then you can see all of the ribbons better and it makes the bow appear larger. So it plumps it up. Alright, so we're going to take our zip tie. We're going to go over under everything, including that mesh. Okay. There we go. Pull it out. Let's see. I think we have purple. Yeah. And I get my zip ties at Sims too. They come in these boxes of 100, which I love. So we're going to run our little pipe cleaner under there. We're going to make sure we're in the center. I'm going to pull it around. Whoops, I put my pipe cleaner in the wrong place. This is what happens when I'm not paying attention. Alright, so that's where the pipe cleaner is going to go. Before I tighten it, I'm going to make sure that my tails are in the front, that my loops are not twisted, and they're spread apart. Okay. That everything looks right. And then once I'm sure, I don't know if there's any left, you can check. There was a couple earlier, but I don't know if they're still there. Alright, so we've got the whole thing. Let's lift this up a little. See, there's our mesh in the back. So you'll see a little bit of the mesh, but that's not what it's going to do for us. Alright. So we just twist. Listen, the Bow Dabra, the Easy Bow Maker, and the 4-in-1, they're all the same, y'all. It doesn't matter which one you have, okay? So we're going to twist and pull to get our loops fluffed up here. You want to make sure it is tight, okay? Then I'll just twist my pipe cleaner here. Alright. You also want to get all of your tails to curl. You just run your hands under it. That's all. Because it has wire in it. Okay. So we're going to set that there while we get our sign ready. Yep, I just listed a Christmas and a Halloween. The Christmas is a rail. And it's going to have, so it's essentially going to match this. So if you got the Christmas wreath, it's going to match the Christmas wreath. It's not exactly the same, but it's pretty close. Very close. Oh, and it has a roll of mesh and a roll of this sparkled stuff. This stuff. It has 25 yards of this stuff in it. You're having trouble with the Bow Dabra? Yeah, so what it does, the mesh goes under the bow, and what it does is it plumps your bow up so that it pops up off of the wreath. So it works especially well on grapevines. It also works on wreaths, but I thought it would be fun. So So I got my holes in the corners. I'm just gonna run my wire through it. Yeah, you want me to make one on the bow, Deborah? Yeah. Let me get this one done and I'll pull out some ribbon and we'll whip something up on the bow, Deborah. How's that? Okay. So these are the wire cutters that I use. They're called Knipex. It's Knipex, and these suckers are really good. You can get them on Amazon. I am trying to get more of the leopard ribbon. I went to order it and they had sold out. I was very upset. Alright, so now when we put our bow on, what happens is this makes the bow stand up more because it gives it more volume under the bow. Okay. You can also kind of lift the mesh up to make the bow stand up more. So you see this? You just kind of fluff it up underneath there. And it just pops that bow up even more. It makes the bow look fuller, even though it's really not fuller. It just appears that way. You see how it really makes that bow just pop up off of the wreath base? It does. Okay. Alright, so we're going to put our sign on. So I'm going to go in between the rows on the outside and one on the inside. Okay. So I just twist them together, and then I kind of readjust. Okay. Then we'll do the other side. Thank you. There we go. Okay. I made the sign. It is in my shop. It's just hardworkingmomstore.com. Oh. I just love these colors. And although I like fall, and I like fall colors, I just kind of like purple and turquoise better. So, of course, I had to make purple and turquoise. I know, isn't it? I like that it's different. I love that. And this thing is very full. This is a very full wreath, I'm just going to tell you. Get these two loops to plump back up. There we go. Alright, look how thick that is, y'all. That is a full wreath. You see how our bow just kind of like pops off of? It's that little piece of mesh back here that's plumping it up off of the wreath. And then there's our sign. I love different too. All right, let's see. Let me grab some ribbons. Beller. Let's see. Let's do, We'll do a lemon wreath. I mean a lemon bow. Okay. There we go. I know, Bella. All right, here we go. Okay, Bodabra. So here's my Bodabra. This is funny because we just did this on Bow Sunday today. So, it's interesting. Okay. I was just telling them today how all bow makers are the same. We actually made 3 bows with 3 different bow makers that all look the same. So what I do when I use the Bodabra doesn't have any measurements on it. So I take it and I'll put it on my board and I'll let my board, I'm talking about my mat, I'll let my mat be my measuring. So right here in the center, you see where the center is, I'll put it, right where that opening is, I'll put it on my 6 because we'll make a 6-inch loop, okay? Yeah. I have a bunch of tutorials on bows. I sure do. Alright, let's zoom in. Okay, here we go. So, I get my zip ties at Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot, Amazon. So we'll do a little tail. No, let's do a longer tail. Let's do a longer tail. Alright, so we're going to do 12-inch tail. I'm going to put it down in my bow maker. And I'm going to twist it. Just like that. Just like I do when I'm using the other bow maker. I'm going to go out to the 12. I'm going to put my finger there. I'm going to come in. I'm going to put it just like I did when I was in the other bow maker. So you see how I have it just like this? I put my fingers on either side and I twist and pull it down. Okay? Same thing on the other side. I'm going to go from here to the 0 on my mat. Come down, twist. Once you've made one loop, you don't have to be on your board anymore because that loop is now going to be your measuring tool. Okay? So you just match the other one and then you twist in the center. Okay? Match the other one. We're not going to twist this time because we're only going to do 2. So I'll pull these out, trim it off. So the difference is that this bow maker is essentially like sideways, where I turn it sideways, I guess I should say. Once you turn it sideways like this, it's exactly like the other bow maker. Okay. You can go ahead and pull out your loops just like you do on the other one. Now, it does have this that you can put in between. I don't, but you can. Just so you're aware it's there. This ribbon comes, most of it comes from Sims. Okay, so I put it down, I twist in the middle. I go out, make it the same size. Same thing with the other side. Okay, remember, when you're going to pull out the tail, you don't twist that time. You just pull it out. That twisting is always to bring the pretty side back up. Okay? Let's use this one. Okay. Make it this a little bit longer. There we go. This time, I'm going to go a little bit shorter. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball it. I just want about 1 inch or 1/2 inch. I'm going to twist in the center, and I'm going to show you what you do so that you don't have to measure it out. Twist in the center. Then you take this side and you pull them up to see if they're the same. If they're not, you just adjust it and try again. There we go. Okay? The only difference with the bow dabber is it can get kind of looser as you get to the top. If you're struggling with that, use your little piece that came with it. So you can put that in there while you're doing your little dovetails and stuff, while you're getting out your next ribbon, and while you're kind of spreading things around. Okay? Let's end up with a little sparkle here. I know this one with the black and white is pretty, isn't it? So you see this has a little sparkle. So we'll put it down, twist. See, this one you can really tell why you want to twist it. Because you see it has that ugly side, but then when we pull it across, you can see the pretty side. So that's why you want to twist it. So you can get to that pretty side. Alright, then we'll trim it off. Okay. I do it the exact same way. Whoops, I forgot to take that out. Okay. I just take my zip tie. I'm going to run it under the entire thing. Just on one side. I'll start it enough to get it out of the bow maker. Pull it out. We don't need that. Now, you still want to hold it in your hand while you move it around to the back. Everything else is the same, right? So you pull your tails out. You start to move everything where you want it to be. Make sure nothing is drastically twisted or in the wrong place. Like that. Now, then we'll get pipe cleaner. We'll run it through the back. My zip ties are 12 inches. And then I'm going to pull it really tight. I want to pull it so tight that this right here is going to automatically fluff up. So that's how tight you want that zip tie to be. You can tell when this ribbon in the middle just pulls itself forward. Then you know you have it tight enough. Okay, so I'll keep that on there while I fluff it. So I'm going to, here's what I want you to see. You see how right here it's kind of bent in and stuck in the center? This is why I do this. So if you pull it like this, you can get it right out of the center. So that's why I'm always saying, break the center. You've got to break that center so that it's not shoved down in there. Because that's what's going to happen when you tie that zip tie, which you have to have. It's going to get kind of stuck in there. You just have to manhandle it a little bit and get it out. You always want to start from the back forward. There we go. And then we run our hands under to get them to do the pretty stuff. Like that. Whoops. I grabbed the loop and not the tail. There we go. See? Exactly the same, but on a Bodabra. Yep, manhandle them. Just tell them who's boss. Because they're not the boss, you're the boss. Okay. So did that help you? So you can see my bows look exactly the same on the Bodabra as they do on all the other bow makers. It's all about how you do it, not what you do it on. So don't feel like you have to run out and buy whatever, because you don't. You don't need all the things, you just need one. Oh, well, I'm glad it helped you. All right, y'all. I cut my wire for this sign. I cut it pretty long. So I probably cut them about 22 or 23 inches or longer, because it has to twist over and go all the way around the wreath. So I would say this is about how long I cut it. So let me tell you how long it is. I count out about 7. So it's about 26 inches long. So that's how I do it. I just count out 7 and then I cut it off. And this is a paddle. I like paddles because I find them much easier. I find them much easier to deal with. All right, yep, good luck tomorrow, Owl. Let us know how you're doing when you get home. No problem, Val. All right, y'all have a wonderful night. I am going to go fix my starving child some French fries. And I will see you guys Wednesday night. So, can't go live tomorrow night because Owl needs to heal a little bit. All right, y'all have a great night. And, oh. So this is the rail I did in my group. I just want y'all to see. This little sparkly stuff right here, that's what I was talking about. So it's this little stuff right here. It looks really pretty. So that's why I thought it would be fun to do. Alright, y'all have a great night, and I will see you guys on Wednesday. Bye, y'all!